Alright guys, just wanted to show you a quick view of the trigger up close before installation. Like I mentioned, this is the Conley, which is named after one of their best friends that passed away not too long ago, which is pretty neat and everything. Been a big supporter of the channel, Elfman, for a little while now. But on that, the owner, named this trigger after one of their best friends. Like I mentioned, passed away. Not going to go into the whole story, but if you'd like to know, I'm pretty sure he can tell you about it. But anyways, this trigger is one of the most triggers that is compatible with the Atrius development, super selector that we all know about. Very easily that that is compatible with pretty much certain triggers, and that's the cool thing about the force selector reset, what you want to call it, from Atrius. It gave you the capability to try different triggers for better trigger pull and semi. Still keep the the more enhanced triggers nowadays with your selector from Atrius, and that way you can have a very nice trigger still, even with the selector force reset selector that Atrius development offers. So this is actually dedicated for the Atrius only, that works with being that the backside it has to be pretty much flat, as you can see, or squared off, what you want to call it, to be able to work with a selector, and that way you can be able to use the selector in a third position. Also enhances the trigger. Also you can get this in flat or curved trigger, which is nice. Been using Elfman trigger for a while now. This is one of my favorite triggers as well for a long time. And again, if you do decide to get some from Elfman triggers, make sure you get the ones without the knob in the back, because they got ones that are adjustable, which is not going to be compatible with the selector because it's going to hit it. So make sure it's the one with the no knob in there. So anyways, just want to show you a quick look and everything. All the specs and everything will be below as usual. And this is going to make it a much better trigger installation, what you want to call it. Very easy to do. If you're doing a lot of AR builds, you know how to drop this in. This makes it a lot easier. All right, let's get back to it and see how it functions. Stand by. All right, guys, we got the Conley installed on my newly SBR. This is 14.5-inch barrel, carbine length. We do have a buffer system here to reduce the cycling rate and also reduce the bolt bounce and everything, so it'll cycle correctly. We do have the Atrius development selector here, which is what we're going to use for the FRT. And like I said, the good thing about this type of drop-in cassette type style triggers, that you're going to have still in semi a good, crisp, short reset, adjustable type trigger that you can adjust for the travel and everything from Elfman Tactical, the Conley. So that's a good thing. Let's go ahead and give you the rundown on the trigger. Like I said, this trigger that has no take up at all. Right there, you right there at the wall. Nice crisp break, reset, short, right there at the wall again, and break, which is insane in my opinion. All right, let's go ahead and load up a mag. All right, and go start on safe. Make sure it doesn't fire. No bang, nothing. All right, semi. Whew, a little gassy. All right, let's go into the fun mode. See how well it runs. And back to semi. And we out. So yeah, no issues at all. Function just like it should. Like I said, you may have to do a little bit of tweaking to adjust, the trigger. But other than that, yeah, it works just like intended. And the good thing about this, it is compatible with the Atrius development. Like I said, it was mainly made for the Atrius development group selector, FRT force reset selector here, which it's been one of my most popular ones out there, and very affordable at that. Then the competitors, you know who they are, which we will not name. But other than that, it's run like it should. Let's load up another mag and see if it continues to run. This thing is getting hot, so let's continue. Stand by.
All right, guys, we got another mag loaded up here. I don't know how many rounds I got here, but let's go ahead and send it all the way just to make sure it functions correctly without issues, and that way we can really determine if this trigger it is what it's supposed to do as far as, you know, FRT mode. Trying to hold it right here because it's getting hot over there at the gas plot. So let's go ahead and go into the fun mode all the way. Whew, man. All right, let's hold it this way. This thing's getting hot. All right, here we go. And lock back, no issues at all. All right, that's very awesome. Definitely running like it should. Like I said, you'll have to, you know, make sure you use the right buffer, H2 or H3. Again, all depending on the gas system and everything. With this FRT stuff, you definitely have to tune it in to your system to be able to run the way it's supposed to. You can go heavier, and that way you can, you know, slow the rate a little bit more. But at the same time, you want to make sure you got a last bolt hole open like it should, and that way you can, you know, gas it the right way. But it seems to be running just like it should. I didn't really see which way the ejection was going, but I think it's more like a 2:30, maybe 3 o'clock ejection. Of course, I have a suppressor, so it's running just fine with a suppressor. And this can, it's not a, you know, reduced pressure back or anything. It does pour a lot of gas, but it's running just like it should. Maybe if you throw a flow through, it can reduce also the cycling as well, because, you know, less gas coming back to the system, and that may reduce it a little more as well. So that determines as well what kind of can you're using on this type of stuff. But there's so many options available again. But if you're looking for a trigger that is going to still continue to be a good trigger and semi-function when you need it, this is one of the triggers that is made specifically for the Atrius development selector FRT, whatever you call it, super safety, or whatever you want to call it, selector force reset. That's what I'm trying to mean. The force reset selector from Atrius. It's one of my favorite. Again, not much tuning to it and anything, but again, that's going to determine on which system you put it in. But on an AR platform like this, again, this is a 14.5-inch barrel SBR. Just got approved this. I think it was like 17 days, if that. I think it was approved. But my other ones took a while, which is crazy. But this is my last one that I'll probably do SBR. I'm not sure. Depends. But other than that, as far as the Conley trigger from Elfman Tactical, check those guys out. Nice trigger. They always have some triggers. I always like their triggers, especially drop in. Not much really to do to them. Easy to install, as you know. Just drop them in. Put your 2 pins. This one, I have some anti-rotating pins in here, as you can see. So make sure you Loctite those things, because I have forgot to Loctite and the screws fall off and I lose them and I have to replace them. But on that, it's doing what it's supposed to. Again, let me drop this mag. Let me show you the semi function again, how it looks as far as the trigger goes. But I mean, there's no take up, no play, nothing. Fire. Oh, I got it on the other mode. Hold on. Fire. And there it is. Short reset. Fire. And again, in the fun mode, it's going to force your trigger for every time. That's what it's supposed to do. There you go. See how it's pushing my finger. And that's the way it works. Again, it's not a FA. It is a force reset trigger and device that forces the trigger forward, so you'll be able to fire quickly, as you've seen again. So yeah, fun thing and everything. Again, check out again the Conley on Elfman Tactical. I appreciate those guys, the owner and everything. Cool guys over there. You know, they can help you out with any troubleshooting as well. If you have any issues, they can you can reach out to them and they can help you very easily. Again, they are working with the Atrius development. It's compatible with that. Now, as far as other devices, selector, I don't know. As far as the super safety, I don't know if that works for this. I haven't tried it, but I'm sure people will try it with that as well. But go with the safety selector from Atrius. It's just a better, easy drop in. No tuning to do. It works, and you won't have to worry about anything else as long as you use the correct triggers like this one from Elfman Tactical, the Conley. All right, guys, that's pretty much it. Just a quick, simple video to give you another option available out there for your FRS or FRT or whatever it's called, safety selector for your AR platform. And that way you can choose a good trigger on your mil-spec trigger out there. So that's pretty much it. Comment down below if you have tried any of the Elfman trigger or the Conley down below, or what is your setup you have right now with the Atrius development. That's pretty much what I run on everything nowadays on all of my ARs, and definitely recommend it to check those guys out as well. All right, guys, that's pretty much it. If you're new to the channel, make sure you hit the like button, subscribe, turn the notification bell on when a new video comes up. Please help me reach 20,000 this year. I really appreciate if you do so. It doesn't cost you anything by subscribing. And also go follow me on all social media like Instagram, where I'm posting over there deals, content, stuff that I'm reviewing at that time as well. There's my campsite link in my bio where you can check out everything else as well, and all discount codes for different other brands. So as usual, guys, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.